Welcome back to the Stock Market Summary Series, everyone. We're going to get into the markets, what happened today, some standout stocks and sectors. We'll touch on the economy and then wrap up with crypto and metals.
Sounds good.
And hey, if you feel like doing us a huge favor, hit that like button. It helps us out a lot, and it's totally free.
Definitely helps.
So we're all on the same page. Remember that nothing we say here is buying or selling advice. It's just good old stock market commentary.
Just commentary.
So let's get into it then, shall we?
Let's do it.
Okay, so today was another day kind of building on yesterday's momentum, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
The major indices were largely in the green.
Mostly green, yeah.
The S&P 500, ticker SPY, actually carved out new all-time highs, climbed 0.23%.
Impressive stuff.
The Dow, DIA, that was up 0.34%, while the NASDAQ, QQQ, just edged up 0.15%.
Bit more muted there.
And the Russell 2000 IWM really outperformed, adding a solid 0.71%, small caps leading the way there.
Yeah, that's interesting. But what's also fascinating here is that despite that broad positive push, NVIDIA, NVDA, it did gap down in post-market trading after its earnings came out.
Right, we mentioned that.
And we saw that immediately pull the overall market slightly lower after hours. It's not just, a standalone dip for NVIDIA.
Yeah.
It really highlights how sensitive the broader market, especially the tech-heavy NASDAQ, still is to these mega-cap earnings.
Definitely.
It kind of forces us to ask, is this just a momentary tremor or maybe an early sign of profit-taking pressures building up in that sector?
Good question.
We'll certainly be watching tomorrow's open very closely to gauge that broader reaction, see how the market digests it.
That's a really crucial point. And it's worth noting, too, that QQQ, even with that slight post-market tremor from NVIDIA, it found solid support at its 20-day moving average again.
Right.
Holding firm, just like we talked about yesterday. That shows some significant resilience, I think.
Absolutely. That level is key. Now, looking at the bigger picture, sector performance. Most were in the green today, which is, encouraging overall. Energy, XLE, that was the clear leader today, up a significant 1.12%.
Wow. Yeah.
That kind of strength often signals, maybe underlying confidence in economic activity or perhaps even a rotation into more value-oriented sectors.
That'd be.
Healthcare, XLV, and industrials, XLI, were the only slight laggards, barely dipping into the red, just slightly down.
Okay, barely red. So let's maybe unpack this with some key technical setups we're seeing, because there's some really compelling action happening chart-wise.
Yeah, definitely. What's truly insightful here, I think, is the iShares 7-10-year Treasury Bond ETF, that's IEF.
Ah, yes, IEF.
It's actually breaking out of that ascending triangle pattern we flagged yesterday.
You did mention that one.
So for our listeners, this isn't just like a line on a chart. It suggests persistent buying pressure in those midterm treasuries.
Right.
If this breakout holds, well, it could signal growing investor confidence in stabilizing interest rates, maybe, or even a flight to quality. You have to consider how that might ripple through other asset classes. It's an educational setup to watch for continuation or reversal.
That's a strong read, and it makes me wonder what would be the key indicator that this breakout is, in fact, failing and not just pausing, maybe a sharp move back below the trend line.
Exactly. A failure back inside the pattern would negate it.
And here's where it gets really interesting, technically speaking.
Yeah.
The ARK Innovation ETF, ARKK.
Yeah.
Also catching attention.
ARKK, yeah. Always interesting.
It's consolidating in an ascending triangle as well, with resistance right around that $79 level. It's building those higher lows that suggest a potential breakout if the bulls can, maintain control and push through that resistance. What do you think is driving that higher low formation, maybe beyond just the technicals? Sentiment shift.
Could be a mix. Maybe some bottom fishing in growth names, perhaps anticipating a pivot somewhere down the line. Hard to say definitively yet.
As always, guys, if you've got a stock you're watching or a question about the markets, drop it in the comments. We might cover it in an upcoming episode.
Yeah, definitely let us know. And, identifying these patterns early, like the triangles and IEF and ARKK, and critically managing the associated risk, that's really a foundational skill for navigating these volatile markets.
Absolutely.
Understanding your entry, your exit points, where your stop loss should be, becomes paramount. It's actually something we go deep on in Grok Trade's mentorship program, teaching those techniques.
Right. Practical application. Okay. Shifting gears slightly to the economy. It was a pretty light news day today, wasn't it?
Very light.
Investors seemed largely focused on those technical levels we just discussed, and of course, the NVIDIA earnings fallout.
Indeed. So Our focus certainly shifts to tomorrow's GDP growth rate QOQ second estimate. That's a key data point we highlighted yesterday.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
And just looking back briefly, yesterday's durable goods orders data for July, which came in at -2.8%, it kind of continues to signal that mixed sentiment in manufacturing, hinting at some, let's say, unevenness in the broader economic picture.
Right, not a clear signal either way there.
Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap up with crypto and metals. Bitcoin, BTC, seems to be holding steady around the $112,000 level, up about 0.5% today.
Yeah, pretty much aligning with the consolidation we've been tracking for a little while now. Just sideways action, mostly.
Okay. And gold, GLD.
Gold, GLD, saw a small gain today, about 0.2%. It actually gapped down at the open, but managed to close positively.
Interesting.
It's continuing to tease that breakout from the weekly bull flag pattern we've kept our eyes on for some time now, several weeks, actually.
Still watching that one closely.
Yeah, and this kind of higher time frame setup, it really tests your patience, doesn't it? It rarely gives you that instant gratification.
No kidding. Takes time.
Exactly. Yeah. And that kind of long-term strategic thinking, that patience, is precisely what we work on refining in the Grok Trade mentorship. It's key.
Makes sense. What about silver, SLV?
Silver posted a small loss today, but it's also just remaining in consolidation. That $36 level is still the one we're eyeing for a potential move if momentum can really build up there.
Still waiting on that one too, then.
Pretty much. You know, days like today, with SPY hitting new highs and something like IEF breaking out of a pattern, they're really perfect examples of how understanding market structure helps you spot potential opportunities and, just as importantly, manage your risk.
True.
Grok Trade's mentorship doesn't just show you patterns on a chart. It helps you understand their implications and, crucially, provides the support and the framework to navigate these often volatile setups with more confidence, whether that's catching a breakout or maybe avoiding a false move.
Right. Understanding the why behind the pattern. So what did this all mean for you listening? Well, markets are riding high, SPY's at record levels, energy led the charge today.
Strong day overall.
That NVIDIA post-market dip definitely keeps us cautiously optimistic maybe for tomorrow. Need to see how that resolves.
Caution is warranted, yeah.
So what's your take on ARK's triangle or gold's next big move? Share your thoughts below. We'd love to hear them. And don't miss tomorrow's breakdown. Hit that follow button.
Please do.
We wish you a great rest of the day, and we'll catch you in tomorrow's market summary.
Take care, everyone.